Hey guys, Foxdrop here. Today I wanted to do a video on how to be a better learner, so to speak, the art of learning. Today I want to give you 3 tips, I guess, 3 kind of philosophies that have helped me when I'm trying to learn things so that I pick things up easier and quicker, and just so that overall the process of learning stuff is just better, really. Now, this is obviously going to be done from like the perspective of League of Legends, right? Becoming a better League player, but I mean, it applies to anything really. Whenever you're trying to learn something in life, you know, it's just. I know video games, people like to separate it into, well, it's just a video game, but at the end of the day, if you're trying to learn something in a video game, you're going to be applying the same kind of philosophies as you'll be applying to learn anything in life, right? So hopefully this video will teach you just stuff in general, not just to do with League of Legends. So the first philosophy, if you want to be a good learner, is to have patience with yourself. What that means is quite simply just to accept the fact that, you know, you want to learn and it's going to take some time to learn. You know, if any time you want to introduce some kind of change into your life, that's not going to happen overnight. Whether that is like with League, whether you want to become better at League or learn a certain role or learn a certain champion, you can't just fire up a game and then be like, okay, why am I not good yet? Am I good now? Am I good now? Am I good yet? Am I good yet? No, it takes time. You know, it takes time to get good and to get better and to improve. Likewise, if you're, you know, doing something like weight loss or something, then again, you can't expect that to happen overnight. And like learning guitar or something like that as well, of course, you've got to take it step by step, and it takes time. Like, you can't just expect yourself to be really amazing at something when you're first trying to learn it. Now, I know this sounds really obvious, but a lot of people find that they want the results, but not necessarily will be like kind to themselves to focus on the process of getting better. And which kind of leads me on to the second thing I want to say about frustration when it comes to patience, and to just accept, this is the second point, is to accept that you're not going to be where you want to be for a little while. Okay, so you don't have to like compare yourself to where you want to end up and then become frustrated at yourself because you're not quite there yet. If you do that, then you're probably not going to be setting yourself up to learn very well, because you're not going to be open-minded about things. You're just going to be down on yourself. You're going to be thinking it's all futile. You're just not going to be very happy doing it. And you know, if you want to learn and you want to get better at something, then just create a positive environment for yourself. And you can't do that by being frustrated at yourself. So don't get frustrated. You know, don't think that you know, I can't do this and I should be able to do this. It's so frustrating. Like with me personally, you know, I'm trying to relearn the game a little bit. Like I was pretty good at this game in season 2 and season 3, and then I stopped playing as much in season 4 and again in season 5, and now I'm not as good as I used to be, and I'm trying to relearn. And for me, it can be quite frustrating because I see myself playing a certain way, like not to the same standard that I was playing back in the day, and I kind of think, you know, why it's frustrating. You know, why am I not able to do what I was able to do before? I mean, of course it makes sense. You know, I don't play as much. I haven't been taking the game as seriously. Of course I'm not going to be as good as I was, but it's just sometimes it gets me a little bit. But I just try to remind myself, you know, I can't get frustrated. You know, I'm allowed to be not very good right now. You know, I'm allowed to not be where I want to be, but that's okay. And just to be like, okay, sometimes you're gonna have games where you're gonna do awfully. You know, if you're learning something, if you're learning a role, then you're gonna get outplayed, and it's gonna happen. Again, for guitar, I would get frustrated that I couldn't like do certain picking stuff or like chord progressions and things. Yeah, it's frustrating, but I'm just not that good at it right now. But I keep practicing it, and I will be good enough. And that's what you got to focus on. You know, don't worry about it. Don't worry about being not good enough. You know, because you will be good enough. And just be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. And the last point about to be the best learner you can be is to not be afraid of putting yourself in uncomfortable or unfamiliar situations. If you ever played League of Legends and said to yourself, I don't know if I can do this, that is exactly the moment when you should be doing something. Even if it might be dumb and might lead to you dying, you will learn so much more. At least from my perspective, I've learned so much more from situations where I've done something and it's gone completely tits up, but at least now I know what that situation's about and how to handle that situation. If I were to instead just be like, okay, I don't know if I can do this, and then not do it, then I would never know if I could do that. I wouldn't have learned anything. So instead, it's much better to just go for that situation where, you know, you're not sure whether you can handle it, because then you know whether you can handle it. So maybe you could handle it, maybe you could, you know, there you go, you've learned that you can handle it, and that's great. But even if you can't handle it, then you know why. Not only do you learn that you can't do that, but you learn why you can't do that. And you just learn so much better when you just go for it, you know, when you just do it and just go for it, and you're not holding back. Anyway, those are just the 3 tips that, you know, help you become a better learner. It's not really the best way to put it, but yeah, to make the learning process easier. If you did enjoy this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. You can subscribe to me for more educational content. You can find me on Facebook and Twitter, and catch me streaming over twitch.tv/Foxdrop. All those things are in the description, guys. But most importantly, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you in my next video.